Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Monday, January 10th, 2022. Welcome to day 356. More than 5,400 K-12 schools stopped in-person instruction at some point last week due to the coronavirus pandemic. Coronavirus-related shutdowns during the 2021-2022 school year had previously peaked at around 2,800 back in November. Classes in the Chicago school district, the third largest in the country, meanwhile, have been canceled since last Tuesday after 73% of teachers voted to stop reporting to work amid concerns over the rapidly spreading Omicron variant. Meanwhile, the Biden administration will require private health insurers to reimburse people for up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month beginning on January 15th. Under the new policy, Americans will be able to either purchase home testing kits for free under their insurance or submit receipts for the tests for reimbursement, up to the monthly per-person limit. PCR and rapid tests ordered or administered by a health provider will continue to be covered by insurance with no limit. Moving on, Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, and Representative Mo Brooks asked a federal judge to dismiss 3 lawsuits alleging that they incited the January 6th Capitol riot. Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell, as well as 2 members of the Capitol Police and a group of House Democrats, have each accused Trump of inciting the insurrection. The suit, filed by Swalwell, also named Giuliani and Brooks. The lawsuit from 11 House Democrats claimed that Trump and Giuliani violated the Ku Klux Klan Act, which prohibits interference in Congress's congressional duties. During a hearing on the lawsuits, Trump argued that he has absolute immunity from liability in the 3 civil suits and claimed that his speech outside the White House before the riot, urging attendees to fight like hell and march to the Capitol, quote, to make your voices heard, end quote, were protected by the First Amendment. U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta, however, repeatedly highlighted that Trump's last words were, quote, go to the Capitol, end quote, but that Trump waited 2 hours to ask people to stop the violence, saying, quote, what do I do about the fact the president didn't denounce the conduct immediately? Judge Mehta continued, isn't that, from a plausibility standpoint, that the president plausibly agreed with the conduct of the people inside the Capitol that day? End quote. Meanwhile, Representative Jim Jordan will not cooperate with the House Select Committee investigating the attack, calling it an unprecedented and inappropriate demand. Jordan is one of the 147 lawmakers who took part in the effort to raise objections to certifying Biden's victory, and he has declined to comply with the December 22 request to appear before the panel to discuss his communication with Trump on January 6th. In November, however, Jordan told the Rules Committee that he had nothing to hide regarding the bipartisan committee's investigation. In related news, the Republican National Committee spent nearly $720,000 in donor money in October and November to pay Trump's legal bills. In all, the Republican Party has spent $3 million between September and November. Moving on, the Senate confirmed 41% of Biden's nominations, the lowest first-year confirmation rate among the last 3 presidents. 75 of George W. Bush's first-year nominees were confirmed, 69% of Obama's were confirmed, and 57% of Trump's were approved during the first year in office. 171 of Biden's nominations from the previous year are still awaiting a vote. And finally, the past 7 years have been the warmest years on record, quote, by a clear margin, end quote, and 2021 was the 5th hottest year ever. This according to the European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service. The hottest years on record were 2020 and 2016. U.S. greenhouse gas emissions, meanwhile, increased by 6.2% in 2021 compared to the previous year. And coal that's burned for electricity increased by 17% in 2021, the first annual increase of coal-fired electricity in the United States since 2014. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.